G'day everybody and welcome back to Star Cub Review. I'm your host as always, Star Cub. Happy Tuesdays everybody. Wow, I know it's been a minute. It's been quite a long time since I posted anything main to my channel video wise. I do apologize. I did do a community post. I have been dealing with a lot in the last week, 2 weeks, even after my birthday. I had lots to do, dealing with family, dealing with work, also dealing with a whole lot of other stuff that has come up that has taken me away from doing videos at the moment. Although I have been doing lots of planning for the videos that I am doing, so I have been working on that. But I am back, everybody. I just got back today after a few days R&R down in Virginia Beach, which was very needed with the hubby. So I'm back, and today's video is gonna be on the long-awaited video of I got a Steam Deck, everybody, which is really exciting. I got rid of my Switch after 2 years, 2.5, almost 2 years. I got rid of the Switch, decided to go with a Steam Deck and not the Switch 2, as you'll find out after I do the introduction, and I will see you after that. Okay, I'm back. So, this video is I got a Steam Deck. I'm really excited. This is my first time ever diving into full-on PC with Steam. Branching out, I am a huge PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X player. Play on both of those systems. I did play on the Nintendo Switch, and as no tea, no shade to all those other people out there that are Nintendo freaks and love their Nintendo. I did personally like the original Nintendo Switch. I loved it. I thought it was great, but I'm not a huge Nintendo fan, and I believe full-heartedly believe that the Nintendo Switch 2 for me is an entire ripoff, is a huge ripoff. I believe Nintendo just being ruthless at this point, ignoring the customers and the fans of their games, not to mention their consoles. I think it's an entire ripoff. I think what they're doing with the Nintendo Switch 2, with the terms and conditions and everything, is an entire ripoff. I think it's really stupid of Nintendo to do that. But hey, that's my opinion. $80 for a game, and even now, they're doing the whole you buy it for $80, but you get a download code and not physical. I don't like what Nintendo were doing. I haven't liked what Nintendo have been doing for a number of years. I think that it comes to a complete rip-off with their games, especially with sales. They hardly have any sales, whereas Xbox and Sony seem to have sales all the time on their games. Especially when I go into GameStop, I get good deals all the time. As much as what people complain about how GameStop is run and what they're doing is bad, I've never had any issues with GameStop. That's just my personal opinion. I've always gotten a good deal from them. So let's get into what this video is. I got a Steam Deck, and the reasons why I went with a Steam Deck is because I've done a lot of research on it, and I just think for value for money, there's so much more games out there on Steam and other places where they have sales for games for Steam. Get Steam codes to put on your Steam Deck. PC. I've used to play PC back in the day, but I'm not a huge expert on PC. So this is my actual first foray into anything PC related, aka the Steam Deck from Valve, and I'm glad I made the purchase because, wow, I am absolutely loving the Steam Deck. I got the LCD model, 512 gigabyte LCD. I absolutely, oh, there you can see me in, in the reflection. I absolutely love it, from the feel of it to the button layouts. It just feels so good. The layout here with the buttons up in the corners, the left and right corners, it just feels so good. And you can track through with the pads here using mouse. And I just did a lot of research on it first, and what the pros and cons for the Steam Deck and the pros and cons for Switch 2. And I saw lots of things on the Switch 2 and I just didn't like what they were doing. So I did a lot of research on the Steam Deck. I watched videos from everybody on Steam Deck, but there was one streamer, one YouTuber, and everyone all knows her by now, and that is Isha Gaming. She got me onto the Steam Deck. I watched her video. At the very, very last video I watched was hers on why she got a Steam Deck, and explained why she got a Steam Deck, and explained all the reasons why she loved the Steam Deck, her research and everything like that. And that convinced me, after all other research that I had done, came down to her video, and I was like, I'm sold. I am absolutely sold on the Steam Deck. So I decided to go with the Steam Deck, and I just love it. Portable, on the go. You don't have to be connected to the internet to play a lot of these games. Ones that do require it need obviously Wi-Fi, but the ones that don't, it's like a handheld PC in your hands. I love it. There's no terms and conditions that come with it, where if you agree and do modding on it, they're gonna brick it. It's all, this can be modded. It can do shit tons of things that the Nintendo Switch can't. The Nintendo Switch 2 can't, unfortunately. And I just think it's a way better value for money. So I went Steam Deck, and there you go. I got a Neon Genesis Asuka background, and obviously you can see my games at the moment. I've only got a couple on there. I've got Hello Kitty, Island Adventure, The Thermitage, Lies of P, and A Plague Tale: Innocence. So, you know, I got it around my birthday, and I've just downloaded a few games, but I've always wanted to play the Hello Kitty Island Adventure because I'm a huge fan of Hello Kitty. Anything Sanrio, I'm a huge fan of. And as you can tell, I have Kurami headphones as well, which go perfectly with my Steam Deck. I will be getting a different skin and all that for it, and little joystick covers to go over it. So I am planning to jazzy it up, and I'm going pink for the cover. So that will come down the track. But what I really love about the Steam Deck is it's just the portability of it. I know every other, the Switch had that, the Switch 2's got the portability and whatnot, but you've got to play any sort of game and whatnot, especially online games and whatnot, you have to be connected to their online service. To be able to do anything really with the Nintendo is you've got to be with their service. Like it, with anything really, to get certain benefits and stuff like that. But I personally think the Steam Deck, they have sales virtually every day on games, and it's just more value for money, has thousands more games than Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. And I don't think they're a rip-off when it comes to purchasing a game on here. It's easy to do. You can expand your storage, exactly like with every other console you can do. But I personally have just not put this down at all. I absolutely love the Steam Deck. I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that I've got a Steam Deck now, and you know, doing plugins. What are the best plugins? I've done quite a few plugins already. So I've done the CSS loader, audio loader, Proton DB badges, and HLTB for deck. How long to HLTB for deck. That tells you how long everything is to play. Like, it'll give you the stats and whatnot on how long it takes to complete each section, main story, side quest, completionist, all that sort of thing. I'm still, like I said, I'm still wrapping my head around it, so if I get things wrong, I do apologize in advance, but I'm still wrapping my head around the PC features, but you can actually click the Steam button here and head down to power, and then click over, and you can switch to desktop, just like a desktop on a PC. And I just think that is just so neat, and you could go on the net and do all that sort of stuff. So it's a great purchase. I made the right decision to do this rather than Nintendo Switch 2. There are games on the Nintendo Switch 2 that I really, really want, but unfortunately 2026 can't come fast enough. Dust Bloods is one I was really looking forward to from Software, but hey, you win some, you lose some, and I think I come out a winner, especially with the Steam Deck, and it was cheap. It was great value for money. I paid $300 for it, and it's just spectacular. I haven't put it down, like I said. I'm just so, I just want to play it every once I finish work and whatnot. I just want to play it. And you know, I'm playing this more now over my Xbox and my PlayStation 5, but I'm balancing all three of them, because at the moment on the Xbox I'm playing Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga, and on PlayStation 5 I'm currently doing a second run of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So and Baldur's Gate 3, I'm doing my first ever playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. So, and juggling Monster Hunter Wilds as well, which I haven't played for a long time. So I've really got to get back into that, because I really, really am enjoying Wilds. But Steam Deck, everybody, I got one finally, and great value. I think it's personally better than the Nintendo Switch 2, and I know that's going to piss off a lot of people that love Nintendo, but hey, I don't give a rat's ass whether anyone complains that, you know, Steam Deck shit, Xbox is shit, PlayStation 5 is shit. Each to their own. That's my opinion on it. I personally think the Nintendo Switch 2 is a complete and utter waste of money. Nintendo used to be a great company, but now with them being absolutely greedy, I think their prices are ridiculous, and I just think they're not as good as what they once were. And anybody else that thinks differently, that's great for you guys. I completely understand, but I just think they're a gigantic rip-off. But with that, just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone new to my channel, everyone returning to my channel. You know I all love and appreciate you. Anyone new to my channel, you can click 2 links down in the description below. One for my Instagram, one for my TikTok. And don't forget to click the notification bell. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell to keep up to date with all my content. And I will see you all with another video very, very soon. Alright guys, have a great day. Ciao.
Yeah.